2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connection made with Shenault. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So the ball changing hands on the interception. But meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he's got his man in the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. The early first quarter is going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they were looking to throw. Look at the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Darnold down to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Thinking because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This is Benjamin. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. Winston sneaking it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Incomplete. The Saints at 11-5 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got some space here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Winston. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Play fake. Winston. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
On 3rd down, Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all total. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So it's all down to this, Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our second-ever Super Wild Card weekend, which I think everyone agrees was a runaway success last year. We've got 2 games coming up on Saturday, 3 more on Sunday, and then we'll put a bow on it Monday night.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Darnold. Complete to D'Onta Foreman at running back. And from the 25, they rock this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This is Shenault on the receiving end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing again is Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run with Foreman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They run again with Foreman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Carolina. D'Onta Foreman with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it was finished off by D'Onta Foreman on the touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
He used the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They go play action. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Darnold taking a shot here for Marshall. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina.
Terrace Marshall.
69 yards.
And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Xavier Woods with a pick.
And a pick. Possession of the football.
The first update now out of Jacksonville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. After the interception, here's Darnold.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Now Darnold. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On 2nd and 9, Winston, it's caught. Smith. It'll go as a gain of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's
caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe double off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game.
They run it with Benjamin. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Marshall.
The 20. Touchdown, Carolina.
Terrace Marshall.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Terrace Marshall who's able to cap things off with a touchdown. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Play action now. Winston. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't put it in.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. He's got Smith here. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Steps away. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the ground, Benjamin. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. To throw is Winston. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On 2nd and goal, Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2. I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Let's look at the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, Week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
On first down, it's Darnold. And that nearly intercepted. And the free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold, connection made with Shenault. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From here, it would be a 45-yard field goal attempt, certainly in range, but they'll look for more yardage on 3rd down. A carry for Foreman. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Foreman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise. Not that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Darnold on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Foreman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Foreman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Darnold now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they've got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the...
It's Week 18 of the 2023 season, and we've got the Panthers' rocket-armed quarterback, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now, believe.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by Sam Darnold in his 5th year now out of USC.
They'll run it here. This is D'Onta Foreman. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the running back.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Peyton Turner able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. Here's Hardy set to return.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Saints at 11-5 on the year. They were losers the last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he's got the hook up to Landry.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 4th and 1. Darnold on 3rd down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the heart of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold.
Pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To the air again, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Personal foul.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Coming left is Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings it 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Winston. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Winston on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Good for the Saints.
They go play action. Winston. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Kamara up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. And he fires one incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Second down and goal. Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense and the win column as a result.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Darnold to the right side and complete to Thomas. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down now, Foreman, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Darnold. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Darnold. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2. Now I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
After review of the play, ruling on the
2nd
field
and 1 from the 2. Up the middle they go. Foreman, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. D'Onta Foreman taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by D'Onta Foreman on the touchdown run.
From the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off the play fake, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
After the sack on first down, Winston, he's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other, because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places.
That's caught inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good for the Saints.
From the red zone now, Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, Winston. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here we go with Kamara, and he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fields it right around the goal line, and his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South. But as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them, because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
On second down, Kamara. And some room to run now. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Holding, offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's another first down. Ron Rivera scouting down on the sideline, and he's throwing it. So for Ron Rivera, challenging that call turns out to be the right decision. Play fake. Winston. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
That's good for a Saints.
To the air again with Winston. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now Darnold, he's got the connection to Moore. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Throwing again is Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pete Werner from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, Hardy. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half. And my goodness, another interception. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers possession of the football. Yeah. His 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. Panthers. Terrace. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They run again with Foreman. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
Deontay Foreman, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard gain on the play.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Foreman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jerome Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. Winston to throw for it. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. A carry for Foreman. And he's got room. And he's able to work his way